Hi, welcome.
Welcome, Unhinged Red Flags.
I'm the red flag.
And I'm most definitely unhinged these days.
I think everybody at this point. And this is Luca again coming in to get his fucking
Coming in hot, can't not be here.
2 seconds of fame.
So as we said last recording, we have been wholly unprepared for our videos, and today is no exception.
No, I think, it's like the beginning of summer-ish.
Right. We're getting our shit planted outside and getting into a routine, doing all of the yard work and all that jazz. That shit sucks.
Kids coming out of school,
Oh my God,
starting jobs.
Mine just finished school yesterday.
Right,
Yours finishes school tomorrow.
Well, Lily, I gave her the option if she wanted to go to school, because tomorrow's really just a half day.
Right, it's okay, goodbye.
Yeah, so I gave her the option if she wanted to go tomorrow or not, and she said she did. That was like a 15-minute decision-making thing. She was like, "You've never given me that option before."
You're like,
I'm like, "Well, I'm giving it to you now. What do you want
Right.
to do?" And let me think about it. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And like my son starts work, so with it being his half day freshman year, I called the school and I was like, he's not coming in tomorrow. He'll hand everything in today. He'll start work tomorrow with my ex-husband. So that's fun. That's good.
my baby daddy just had his twins with his fiance.
Which is exciting.
Super
news.
exciting. I got to hold them both today.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, are they so teeny tiny.
5 pounds.
5 pounds, 10 ounces, 5 pounds, 4 ounces, and apparently they're doing really, really good eating. I watched one of them suck down fucking 30 cc's today.
Oh my.
Jesus.
Good.
Just wolfed it down. So, everybody's good on that home front. Lizzie is over the moon for her new brothers.
Oh, is she excited now for the boys?
Now she likes them. You know, they're here. They're baby dolls now. She's all in, you know, until they start crying. And then she'll be like,
She's like, I don't want brothers. I wanted sisters.
Yeah,
well,
I don't like boys. I like girls. Well, now she likes boys.
Okay, well, there's that.
I know. I was like, dude, you'll get over it real quick. She's been playing baby doll with Charlotte and Sophie the last fucking week and a half, so. And then one of my really close friends, who I call sister, and I call her children my nephews, she just had her second son last Friday.
She did, yes ma'am.
Little Mr. Jameson.
So cute.
Oh
All
my God.
the babies now.
I know, I've got 3 newborns. I'm like, gimme.
I'm like, I want newborns here too.
Wow. We'll go see Jameson one of these days.
Okay.
I'll
I
take
need
you
the
over there.
babies.
I know. Amber's not out of the hospital yet, so you can't go.
She's gonna be in there
tomorrow.
Really?
Yep, they're discharging her tomorrow.
Good.
I know. I'm really excited for her. She's really excited to just get to go home and sleep in her bed.
I think everybody is. Once you have babies, you're like, I just want to go home.
I just want to go home, lay in my bed, cry in peace. Like,
yeah. No, that's awesome.
To be a new mom is one thing, but to be a new twin mom.
Right? Well, to get into a relationship that's already a pre-made family.
Right.
And now you've got
two
new
more
babies.
additions.
Like, this is your first actual kid, and now you've got 2 of them.
Right. Merry Christmas.
I can only imagine. Like, if I had twins with Mikey, I would have lost my shit.
Had I been twin mom with Miss Liz, I would have been like, tie it up in there right away.
Done.
We're done. I'm done.
Are they wanting more?
I don't think so. Michael had always said, 2, maybe 3. So
Well, now he's got his 3.
We're capped. So I don't know if he was wanting to go. I know he said that he doesn't want to be like his brother who has like 5 children.
Million.
So by 3 different women. So, probably not.
Well, he's got 3 by 2, so.
Right, 3 by 2, fine.
We're good.
And he's got a decent enough relationship with
both
me, and then Amber and I are
good, so
fine. So, why rock the boat?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty fun.
That's
the little
exciting.
babies, we're all excited. I can just imagine how relieved both of them are about.
Especially not having to go into the warm, hot. It's been in the 80s for like the last 10 days.
Honestly, and it will be through Monday, I think.
Ugh. Luckily, we had a
fucking
little bit of
crazy.
rain today. I told everybody, I'm like, we're supposed to get rain on Thursday.
I
They're
know.
like, no, we're not. No, we're not. I'm like, we're getting rain. Sure shit, we got rain.
Yeah, I know. I was driving to my eyebrow appointment, and they like fucking just hit me all at once, and then boom, it's gone. I was like, ah.
But
oh.
it was enough to kind of break the heat.
It was.
Which needed, and like.
Put a little moisture in the air, too.
Well, and also, like, the ground is so fucking. I mowed, luckily, yesterday, and, like, it's so dusty.
Yeah.
So dry.
Yeah,
I'm
everything
like,
definitely all my flowers needed a really good
soak.
soak.
I mean, we didn't get enough rain, but we got a little bit, enough to kind of just soothe.
Yeah.
It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to get some more tonight, though.
Oh, thank God.
So here's to hoping for that.
I was on the phone with Ty, video chatting. When it hit, I'm like, oh, I heard the thunder, and I'm like,
I know, I heard it too. I was like, oh shit, my windows are open.
well, I ran downstairs and out onto the porch, and I'm like outside. I'm like, do you see it? I'm flipping the camera. It's like, you're like a kid at Christmas. I'm like, you
It's
have
raining.
no idea.
It's fucking
I'm
raining.
like, I love thunderstorms, and plus, like, we needed it. But I'm like, I love thunderstorms. It was so great.
See, I don't like thunderstorms, but I was very grateful for the rain today. I was like, my whole yard just needs a little bit of a drink.
Very much.
So, what else is new? Whole lot of nothing. Just is so
My
crazy.
fence is up.
Your fence is up, and it looks Are we staining that thing, by the way? Or
We're
are we
gonna-
just leaving it?
We're gonna let it go through the summer, and kind of just let the sun and the elements do its thing. I mean, it's treated wood,
Right.
so it's good. So we'll kind of just let the elements do its thing, which you kind of need to
Mhm.
kind of get all that chemical shit off of it. And then this fall, I'll go through with the sprayer. Spray it off.
I nominate a big old LGBTQ plus pride rainbow on the outside.
Way to piss off. Well, I
right,
mean, right
right on the side of the
the
church.
faces the church. That'd be awesome. I was gonna say, otherwise we could face it towards like the police station.
We could do something on that side too, because they have so many parties and
Yeah.
and shenanigans over there too that it could just be a twofer.
I mean, last year I hung my "fuck Joe Biden" flag up, and the cop came over 4 different times asking me to take it down because they were complaints. And I was like, freedom of speech.
Right.
Hear that? Like, unless they finance me, finance me, or fuck me, I don't really care. I'm leaving it up, and I left it up all fucking summer.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Sure did.
Sure did.
It's right across from the post office, the
The
funeral
police
home,
station, the funeral home.
like-
You're literally in the middle of fucking
like,
everything.
post
around
office,
here.
funeral home, church, police station, like all of it in a bar.
And a bar.
2 bars.
Honestly, it's Wisconsin though, so if you can't walk 20 feet in any direction and hit a bar, you're nowhere you want to be.
What is going on? Like my throat is sore all of a sudden. Like there's something stuck in it, but there's nothing stuck. I haven't eaten anything.
I can put something in there for you.
Oh God, please do.
I saw a meme the other day that was, it was a TikTok. It was something along the lines of, it really gets me when when somebody comes into the ER and they've got gonorrhea of the throat and say they can't really swallow pills well. Well, you swallowed something fine.
Oh my God.
Fuck yes.
Oh my God.
I was dying laughing.
That reminds me of a conversation I had with somebody. We're not gonna try to get ourselves kicked off YouTube, so we'll behave. But that conversation was very nice.
Yeah, like
Very.
nice or nice?
Like nice.
Nice.
Like nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Oh god. Dude, some of the fucking combos that I've been having with Bonnie lately is so funny.
How's it like been with having a roommate and 2 extra kids? Like I know we touched on it last week. No, last week we didn't.
We didn't the last time we recorded.
Last time we recorded. It took her a week to upload, by the way.
Yeah. Whoops. Some of us just
So it's been
executive dysfunction, man. It's been like 3 weeks
since she's been there.
since we recorded.
No, it's been 2 weeks because we didn't record last week. We recorded the week
Oh, that's
before.
right. Right. So it's been like 3 weeks since she's been there with the girls, and it's been fine. Like, surprisingly enough, you know, I'm protective of my space.
Mhm.
So I was like, ooh, this might not be a great thing for long term, but honestly, it's been
Really nice.
it's been good. The girls are definitely
a handful.
a handful
when you get
and
3
adjusting.
girls, when you get 3 girls in one small area, it can be much. And then you get 2 girls that are going through, you know, one thing, and another girl going through another. You get the
Yeah.
clash.
The 2 littles are the same age, and so, you know, there's that. They're being separated in their kindergarten classes next year, so that's fun.
And you got Bez,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep, so that'll be fun. Lizzie's very excited.
We
I don't
like
think
her. My kids, both of them, mind you, one's 15, so it's been quite a few years since he's been in kindergarten. Had this phenomenal teacher. Lily had her too. You're going to love Mother's Day because she puts on this whole spread with this amazing tea, and you get little cookies, and you dress up. Like, you dress up before you go there, and there's like little name tags, and it's so cute.
Aww.
It is really adorable.
Yeah, so I mean it's been a lot at times, you know. Bonnie and I both have lost our tempers at the girls a couple of times, but for the most part, having, you know, we talked about being a single parent household,
Mhm.
and I'm not right now,
No, you've got
which
that
is
other
super
parent.
cool.
You've got, well, not only do you have that other parent, but you have a parent that's on the same wavelength as you. That's my throat. That's really like understands what you need without having you to say
We
it.
parent the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very helpful. The girls all, for the most part, get along, which is very helpful. And then, like, on top of it, we kind of skip the tiptoeing phase, or like tiptoeing around
Mhm.
each other. You know, she was used to being in my house anyways, and I hers. So there was never any tiptoeing around or like not wanting to be on top of each other. We just kind of fucking do our thing. We normally in the mornings are really in sync, and like the other morning we kept getting in each other's way, and we just looked at each other. We're like,
What is going
is
on?
Mercury drinking the Gatorade this morning? What the fuck's happening? So like we stopped and reset, and then we got back on track a little
rhythm,
bit.
yeah.
But it was just so funny because we were like, what the fuck's happening here? But like she works PM shift, so all afternoon, like right now, she's at work, the girls are with their dad. I have the whole afternoon to just kind of be. Then I get home, 7 o'clock, they get dropped off, I do the bedtime routine because Bonnie's not home, get them into bed, good night. Bonnie gets home, we chit chat, we bullshit for a little while, go to bed. Last night I was in fucking bed very early. No, not last night, 2 nights ago. I don't know what it was, but I literally was bobbing my head on the couch before she was even home, so it was like before 9:30.
Oh boy.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? Went and laid down. Good night. Bonnie asked, she's like, you feeling okay? Next morning, I'm like, yeah, why? She goes, you went to bed without me. I'm sorry, but, you know, sometimes a bitch just needs to sleep.
Right?
Yeah, so it's been really cool having that second parent there.
I wouldn't know, you know.
It's super nice having basically another me in the house.
Mhm.
Like you said, we're on the same wavelength for the most part, you know, and we very candidly discuss what's needed for the house. Like today, Bonnie was gonna get a fan for the girls' room because it's fucking hot in the house.
Do the windows go up?
Yeah, they slide up.
I have a window air conditioner.
It's good. I have an air conditioner. I have central air.
You're just not wanting to turn it on.
No, I turn it on, but I don't turn it on high. So like today, and my house is the 2-bedroom trailer,
Mhm.
so the insulation is not good either way you slice it, with the heat or with the cold. So, you know, when it's hot out, especially in the afternoons,
It kind of cooks.
it
Yeah.
cooks us. And like if I didn't turn the AC on, it would be easily 85 degrees in the house.
I mean, when you got here,
It was 76.
76. I just turned my air on for a little bit because, I mean, it's
Got to
warm.
regulate it a bit.
But I mean, I think just enough to take out the humidity in here.
See, and I can't do that because I would turn it off and it would go right back up. There's no stopping it. So that's a little frustrating. So I have to have the AC on all the time while I try to keep it. You know, I think it's set at 75 right now. So it's working, but it's not overworking. And I went into the girls' room last night and I was like, God, it's fucking hot in here. And it doesn't help that one of the vents is a little bit covered from the bunk bed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stuck on one vent is all we got. So Bonnie was going to get a fan this morning. Well, she also had to go get her hair toned because she had it done a couple weeks ago and they never got around to toning it because she had skedaddled to work. But she called me. She goes, that took a lot longer than I thought. I'm not going to be able to get the fan. Okay, I'll go get it. The communication,
Fucking
so
perfect.
nice.
Yeah.
She knew that I wanted to get the girls a fan before they went to bed tonight because otherwise they're going to roast again.
See, I had this conversation with Ty earlier. Literally, I think today or yesterday, about communication. Because we talk very candidly about, you know,
Mhm.
our own issues, what we feel went wrong in our previous relationships. And I'm very open. I'm like, the downfall of my marriage isn't just my ex-husband's fault.
Right.
It was mine too. Like, it takes two to fucking tango.
Tangent. Takes two to tangent.
Takes two to tangent.
No, it only takes one and you do it well.
Right? I go off on tangents all the time.
All the time. Case in point.
Right now. But, like, I feel like my communication skills with him were probably lacking. Because I think after 12 years of being together, I expected him to understand what I needed and what I wanted without me having to say it. And, like, he's very much, if I tell him, hey, can you cook dinner? Well, with dinner, normally entails you pick up the kitchen, right? You pick up your mess, you do the dishes. You do this all while you're cooking, right? This way
Right.
it's not a fucking disaster zone. So then, like, he'll cook dinner, but leave the
mess.
dishes, and he'll do only what I ask. Or if I say, hey, I'll be late for dinner tonight, in his eyes, like, that means, okay, don't cook dinner, wait for her to come home, she'll cook dinner then. Well, if I say I'm going to be late, we've got kids, feed the fuckers.
Right, feed the little mouths.
Right? Don't just wait for me to get home.
Right.
So my I expected him to understand it. If I say I'm going to be late, cook dinner.
Right.
Get it going. Right? To me, it was almost like weaponized incompetence.
It is and it isn't. Like, I think at a certain point,
very literal. He took everything I said
so
very
literally.
literal.
And I think that to a point it is weaponized incompetence, but also to a point, you know, it's what he's come to expect from
Because he knows
you.
When we first started dating, his mother would come over multiple times during the week to clean his house, to make dinners for him. He worked a part-time job at the time. Right? A part-time job.
Ooh.
I was 19, he was 26, working a part-time job. I was working a full-time job with a baby. Right? And he couldn't even clean his own house. He had his mother come over. I just recently found out I'm 34, which makes him 41. He hired a maid now to clean his house. And he hired my son to mow and weed whack. So what is it that you do?
Right. What do you do around the house if you don't clean and you don't do the yard chores?
So what is it that you do? So the shit that, like, I cleaned, I cooked, I helped with the yard chores, I helped with the landscaping of the house. Like, we're 3 years out and he hired a maid and now he's hired my son. Tell me you're not spoiled.
Right, without telling me.
Like, I have no problem as a single mom with 2 kids my kitchen is clean.
Always.
My entryway is a little shit, but I mean, I had it cleaned earlier. But I like right now, my niece or my cousin and my daughter are in the backyard in the pool, so like it's messy a little bit. But for my living room's kind of picked up, other than the 3 fucking loads of laundry.
I feel that.
do. I fucking hate laundry. But my house is clean.
Right.
I do the lawn work. I clean. I cook dinner. I clean. Like, how is it? Like,
It's crazy when they take things so literally and then wonder why you're annoyed.
right?
I just watched a mental load TikTok of like the mental load that it takes for a mother or the primary parent.
Primary parent.
I should
yeah.
not ever,
Because there are
dads
dads
that
who
take on that role.
do it all. And
So-
God, we love those dads.
I watched a video of the mental load and I kind of just went, wow, that's validating, because she was like, you know, I told my husband the other day that, I don't remember her daughter's name, so Carly has a doctor's appointment on Wednesday at 1:00. Well, she's young, so, you know, that's
She had to figure out what time she was going to leave
Right,
work
she's-
and then line it up with
with like
the
nap
nap
time
time and the
snack time.
snacks, the
So-
dinner. Yeah.
So, like, it basically went from, okay, Carly's appointment is at 1. What time do I pick her up? Because that's supposed to be right about nap time, so I'll pick her up at about 12. But then it's right before snack time, so on the way there, I should make sure that she's got a snack. Well, I'm going to give her the watermelon. Okay, I need to remember a fork and a paper towel. Can I get by with just one, or should I get a wet one, too? And all of this is, like, the mental load that
And
we carry.
And then literally, like the dad, if say the dad would pick the child up for that appointment, he would just go pick that kid up right before the appointment, pick that baby up, go. He wouldn't think twice about naps. He wouldn't think twice, or the other parent, the secondary parent.
He's having fun, leave him alone.
The secondary parent wouldn't think twice about all the extras that go with it.
Right, and then
to
just
make
kind
that
of,
a
like,
smooth appointment.
try to roll with the punches as they come.
And then be pissed off, be like, it was a disaster. Well, because you're not prepared. You don't know your kid as well as the primary parent.
Right, and so, like, that fucking TikTok really
Mhm.
hit me. I was like, wow, that is not wrong.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy, girl.
I just seen a TikTok today, and we'll roll back into this conversation about being very open and candid with each other. But I seen a TikTok today. Hey, you ever see this man? It's always very somber music. He's kind of balding. And
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
his wife has cancer, and
Yep.
then he always finds these narcissistic men who are just abhorrent.
Yep.
Just scum of the fucking earth.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So the TikTok today, it was him.
Ugh, I can't watch his shit sometimes.
It was heartbreaking. This woman was diagnosed with cancer back in like 2008. Went into remission, was diagnosed again in 2013.
Oof.
Went into remission, and then was diagnosed with terminal breast cancer in like a year ago. And she was fighting it, right? She was end of life. She just had like surgery. She was in bed. He's literally screaming at her because she is asking him to take their daughter to school.
Right.
And he is screaming at her, no, because she's fucking spoiled. You get your ass out of bed and you do it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I wanted to cry. Ultimately, like, this woman, it was end of life. She was not coming back from it. It was a 4-year-long divorce battle,
My God.
right? And he had been bad-mouthing, trying to get her, like, he was a lawyer, she was a lawyer.
Oh, wow. So,
It was like they both knew the system
Yep.
very well, and he had the kids temporarily taken away from her, and when she tried, because he tried to say she was mentally ill or something. Well, I mean, she was
She's
just
ill.
diagnosed with cancer for a third fucking time. She's not mentally ill, she is drained.
she's literally ill.
So the kids were taken away, and they were like Lily's age and older, and he would sing songs like something about dead ducks and moms, like I wish your mom was a dead duck or whatever, and we never met her. Like, just very grotesque, very pointed songs about how the mother should be dead, just a piece of shit mom, this, that, the next thing, and make the kids sing it while they were still married. And she would, like, what was that song? Because he would start singing it and make the kids sing it. She'd be in the kitchen, she'd walk in, they'd stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she'd be like, what is that song? And she'd be recording, and the kid would start singing, and he'd be like, ha ha ha, in the background. Just, she ultimately went to Switzerland for assisted suicide,
Mm-hmm.
right? But, like, on Facebook, if you look her up, because his Facebook is shut down. So, of course, I, being the nosy motherfucker, like, I went through, because I showed some of the clips this guy did,
Right.
but I went through and I looked at hers, and you can see the battle. Like, she's fighting for her kids in this custody while battling cancer.
It sucks now that, you know, she basically went through all of that for nothing. Now those kids are just with him.
Nope.
Did he lost them?
Lost them.
Good.
Because in the videos, he would say how much he hated the fucking kids, how they are spoiled bitches. Just, like, demean
I
the
hate
kids.
people.
Just, like, I won't even fucking talk to you. Just screaming. Like, and you can see in one of the videos, this little girl's in bed with mom going, get up, let's go, you need to go with dad. And she goes, I don't even want to go with that crazy man. She couldn't even say dad. She called him a crazy man.
Fucking people are so shit.
So, like, to have, like, my relationship with my ex-husband was never to that point. Like, we had our bouts, and we
Mhm.
went rounds, but it was never to the point where I would sing, I wish your dad was dead, because I don't.
Right.
And it was never to the point where he would say shit to the kids about me. At least as far as I know, while we were together.
Right.
So I am grateful for that. Like, our communication, like, our marriage was not good there at the end, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But bringing it back, you know, having that conversation with Ty, and talking about, you know, where I feel like my downfall was, where he feels his downfall was in his relationships, you know, how our kids turned out, this, that, and the next thing. Like, I had mentioned some of these examples, and he was like, no, like, I would have had dinner going and, like, laundry going, and I'm that person to do it. I'm like, one would think,
One would hope.
you know, if you're in a committed relationship and you're helping, you would expect your partner, like, I mean, you and Bonnie aren't in a relationship, but
No,
you guys work in tandem like you
but
guys are.
we're in a platonic partnership at this point. Like,
You guys work in tandem like you guys are. Like, you guys are couple goals at this point.
right?
Major couple goals.
Honestly,
I'll take
it's
it.
so fucking fun. And you know what really sucks though? Kara messaged me the other day. I had a traveling nurse that was living with me on the weekends.
She
for
wanted
like
to
a
come
year.
back.
And she texted me, she's like, hey, I'm coming back mid-July. Is my room still there? And I'm like, no. I'm sorry, Kara.
I mean, I could probably make a room work here, but that's a little much.
Yeah, well, she's just on the weekends, but even still.
You could probably kick Mikey out of his room for the weekend.
You don't need to be kicking people out of their rooms. Can I help you?
Hi, baby.
Did you need something? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Attention.
Yeah, attention whore.
What?
It's rough.
It is. To be a dog, it really is.
Honestly.
You know, he was over there acting goofy, and I know why. The air's on now.
Oh, he's like, now it's nice
right?
in here.
It's nice and cool.
It's fucking nice. Yeah, so it's really cool to have. Oh, what'd you find? Did you find a ball? Oh, the glowy ball too. It's a nice ball.
Give me.
It's like, yeah, somebody throw it, please.
Dum Dum still don't know how to catch. He can't. He will watch it hit him in the face, like just full and smack himself in the face.
See, I'm not a dumb. I'm a good boy.
He's mama's big dumb bitch.
He is a big dumb bitch. Yeah, so that's really nice having Bonnie there and the girls, and it's just really cool. Can you not?
Hey, careful.
Don't knock that down. You got a big head. Got a big head and little arms.
speaking of little arms.
Oh no.
No, it's not bad. So we are set to have surgery sometime in August.
Mm-hmm.
Can you come bathe me? Because I'm going to have to be like a T-Rex. And he said I got to wash my hair like this. And obviously I can't. So
Yes, I will help you.
thank you.
It's not like I've never seen you naked before.
Well, I mean, I can have shorts on, and I'm going to have to like take my binder off.
Right.
For the surgery, and then I'll have a drain or two on each side, or one drain on each side. So
I'll come wash your hair.
thank you.
You're welcome.
For like 3 weeks, I gotta be T-Rex. Nothing over, literally, he said like 4 pounds. I'm like, okay, cool. Like,
Cool.
love that. And then I'm like, I work from home. Like, can I go back to work after like 3 weeks? He was like, what do you do? I said, on the computer for the clinic. And he was like, oh, yeah, like, that's not unreasonable. 3-4 weeks is fine. I'm like, cool. So I let my boss know. She was like, literally, you want to come back after 3? I'm like, I came back after a week after my kidney surgery.
Right. Honestly, you would have come back day 3 if you would have been
Like,
allowed.
If I'm off my pain meds, I would be right back to work.
Mm-hmm. Fucking crazy bitch.
But yeah, August. And then it's
There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Monday, you're coming with for the appointment.
Yep.
Which is great. This is literally the options for the reconstruction.
Oh man.
So, I'm having a double mastectomy done due to a very rare breast disease. So we were going through our options of just going flat, which, I mean, I even told Dr. Morrow this. I was like, you know, if we go flat, I'm totally cool with that too. And he looked at me. I'm like, not because I want to be a boy. It's not that. It's because I have this whole thing planned in my head. Like, I'm going to wear my pink tutu and mow my lawn shirtless. Like, I've got it. Like, if boys can do it, so can I.
Right. If I don't have boobs, there's nothing stopping me.
Right? I get Luca James. Like, I'll get a big chest piece tattoo. Like,
Fuck
Is-
yeah.
badass mom. And he was like, then we were talking about above the muscle, below the muscle, nipple sparing, you know,
Non-nipple sparing.
non-nipple sparing. More like we're going for nipple sparing, so I'll keep my nipples hopefully. But I will lose sensation because they're gonna cut me from underneath,
Right.
and lift everything up, scrape everything out. So I'll be perkier a little bit. But I can't drop down too much in size. So
Yeah, so
Can you
that's
grab me
that's
a plastic bag?
that's coming up here, you know, soon, which is great.
Mhm.
A lot of information I have to go through. I'm going above the muscle just because, like, if you're at the gym and you have below the muscle, when you start working out, your boobs will start going like this. Have you
Right.
ever seen those videos where those women's boobs just go like it's
You're
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, no, that's not what we're doing. So we'll go above the muscle. I'll lose some of the skin. We'll have to reposition the whole nipple. There's like 1% chance the nipple might die, but we're gonna do everything in our power to keep it healthy and get a good blood supply back into it. So
Should make it cockeyed.
he goes, they won't be, you know, right in the center. He goes, they're gonna, I'm like, if you look at my nipples now, and literally I'm sitting there with my breast out, I said, they're down and off. Like, they look like your Uncle Billy Joe Bill Bob, you know, from Tennessee. One eye is over here, one eye is over here. I'm happy if you just get them in the general looking vicinity. You just get them pointing straight and mama's happy, all right?
Oh,
Like,
mother.
and he looked at me, he's very stoic. For a young man, I would put him maybe a couple years older than me. Very stoic.
Well, I mean, if he's a breast reconstructive surgeon.
But he specializes in cleft palates and pediatric cosmetic surgeries.
Oh, so this isn't his use.
It is, but not what he is passionate. He's got 3 kids under the age of 4.
Oh, bother.
Yeah. So kids, young pediatrics is his jam.
His thing. That's
But-
crazy pants.
But yeah, I told him, I was like, as long as you get those headlights looking in the same direction, I don't care if they're slightly down.
Right.
We don't need high beams. We just need, you know,
Straight
straight
to low.
beams. We just need straight beams.
Christ.
Okay. So
Well, that'll be nice. Get that done.
you're coming on Monday.
Yep.
So we'll talk to that provider and really just kind of tell her,
What happened?
with that tamoxifen, and be like, I can't go back on it.
Nope. It's not happening. Not today, Satan.
Not today. Like, that about killed me.
That did a couple times.
So there's that. Other than that, I mean, Lily's in the background here, making faces, being a goofball.
I just started classes again today.
That's exciting.
I finished this week's stuff for one of my classes. It's like, oh,
How is
so
it?
much. Oh my god, very overwhelming.
Mm.
The amount that I'm gonna have to do for these classes is a little overwhelming, a little daunting.
But you're one more class than you had last semester, right? You're one less class than
Two less classes than I had last semester.
but more work.
Right. It's just a little bit more work, and it's just,
Calm down.
it's just a lot.
What are your classes this semester?
Team building, project management, entrepreneurial management, and intro to business. So all very in-depth, personalized things. I'm like, oh my god, this is just redonkulous. But the plus side is for 3 of the 4 classes I have books, like in-person books, and that will help a ton.
I'm a very visual person too. I have to have it in my hands.
If I can click it off of a screen, I'm not paying attention to it. It's just, if I'm not right here and I can't highlight and circle and scribble,
See, and
it's not.
That was the one thing I loved when I was in college, was buying, instead of renting the books, buying the actual, because then you can highlight the important parts that you thought, and like dog ear and all of it. Like, that was great for study guides.
Yeah, so that's one good thing that I really like, is that they're there for me. So, there's that. But I will be happy come December when
You're almost there.
literally 29 more weekends.
You're almost there. This weekend makes it 28 after.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're almost there.
Yep, less than half, or just over half a year left, and then I'll be done, and then I can get the fuck out of this place.
I'm excited for you.
I am too.
You did apply for a new job, though, you said.
I did, and it's actually they're looking for HR people as well.
Mhm.
Like, apparently Bonnie said that they have 2 open positions. And so I submitted an application, but they didn't have like any postings for the HR position. So I submitted an application also putting like, would be willing to work in HR.
Mhm.
So we'll see what works. This position would be a scheduler, which would be fine as well. But my big thing is I have to be able to make what I make now, if not more. That's the only thing. Because I only work 2 days a week, I need some benefit compensation to losing that 2 days if I were to accept this position.
I thought about applying there, and then at Grassland then too.
Yeah.
Just because it's like 22, 23 an hour for first shift.
Right.
And then you get the shift differential if you work second or third. Like,
and then you
third
can get a
shift would be
specialized job if
great.
they open up for it.
Yeah, like I'm very interested in like a third shift position. Kids would be sleeping, they're old enough, Mikey's here.
And it's not like you're not fucking right there.
Or I could drop Lily off on, days where Mikey's not here. Be like, here you go. I'm working.
Yep.
And she'd just crash at your house for the night and pick her up in the morning, come back.
Easy peasy.
And make
Honestly,
$25
wouldn't
an
even
hour.
have to drop her off and just hand her off to Bonnie on the shift handoff. And
Grassland?
oh no,
At Lando, yeah.
just be like, swap,
Here you go.
here's my child,
Take the little shit. She's sleeping.
take it home.
We love her.
She's like, yeah, yummy. Yeah, no, so that would be neat and somewhere to get my foot in the door. And I mean, they have good benefits there, and they have, just overall decent pay. But the only thing is that position would not be union. Like,
Union, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little.
And Union is good. That's a good thing to get into.
Yeah, so their office staff isn't union, so I don't like that. But whatever, you know, we'll see what even comes of it. See if I even get a position, whatever. But
Holy shit, I am darker than you.
I've not really spent a ton of time outside.
You can't really tell in the camera.
No, you can't.
But I'm like 2 shades darker. I love you.
Liz asked me this morning, fucking 8 o'clock. Can I have some ice cream? No,
Yes.
no.
Sure can. You've got like no school. Go for it.
Oh, and then the other morning she asked Bonnie because we had a fire, and then the next morning we went outside and kind of like tried to pick it up because it was a brush fire, so we had to toss everything that was
back.
outside and put it into the pot, and it started a fire again. And she looks at Bonnie and goes, "Auntie Bonnie, you remember how we got s'mores stuff the other day?" Bonnie's like, "We're not making s'mores at 8:30 in the morning." I was like, "Why?" Because it's fucking 8:30 in the morning.
She's trying.
Cue me the next day while the kids are at school making
Make a
a s'more at
s'more.
8 o'clock in the morning.
When you become an adult, you can do what you want.
You can do adult things like making s'mores. But yeah, no, it was fucking funny. Oh, what else do we have to talk about? Not a lot. We're kind of boring these days.
Well, I mean, we're not boring. We just got a lot going on.
We do. There's a lot to go on.
Was it this weekend? Kids are at their dad's, so I'll be finishing a project. So I strung solar lights in the backyard.
I saw those. I can't
Aren't
wait
they
to see them.
pretty? Oh. So once I get my backyard done, I gotta burn that one pile and then pull up the cement, reseed it. Like, then I'm almost done. I paint my shed and paint the fence or stain the fence or whatever we do to the fucking fence. But, like, it is getting there.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy. So happy.
Yes, it'll be very nice when that's all finished.
One last thing. But there, you know me. It's never
one
less
more thing. It's just
I always
6
find
more things
I always
to
find
find.
something to do. Like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Let's fix this. Let's
Yep.
do that. You know, I'm never content with what we have going on. Like, I have to add 80,000 things.
Yep, you do.
And then complain about why my life is so fucking busy. Well, because I do it to myself.
You do. Your manic episodes override basically everything else.
I'm still waiting for my fucking mania to come back around so I can finish painting that one section in my hallway. It's been over a year. I'm still waiting for it to come back around.
You're like, it'll hit me eventually.
Like, maybe this weekend, I think that's what I'll do is just finish that wall. Like, I won't have the kids, so I can.
Finish it up.
Yeah, and then I'll start the upper cabinets and be like, okay, that's done. I do know I have to custom OSB board, and I've got some of that paneling in the porch there. In there. So I'll cut that, put it on. Well, put the OSB board first on the side of my dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
That's up and running. Thank you.
Thank goodness for you.
I didn't have any dishwasher pads or pods, so I put some Dawn dish soap.
How'd that work out?
Well, we got bubbles. There were bubbles
You're
everywhere.
a fucking idiot.
So I knew I was going to do that, but I didn't put a whole lot in, like just a couple.
Does not matter.
But it was bubbles. It was so many bubbles.
You're
So
a
like,
dork.
towel down, fuck it, finish your cycle.
It'll be good.
Fine. And then I put it through an extra rinse cycle. I'm like, yeah, we need to get those bubbles off.
Ugh, and then Bonnie went north. You should see my stash now.
Oh, that's what you said. You got a pretty decent. See, I can't. Like, now it's like nicotine free, any other stuff free for like the next 8 weeks. before I can do
I'm
my
telling
surgery.
you should ask.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big, tree person.
Mhm.
I don't like flowers a lot. Like, I do, but not those flowers. Like, I'm not a big flower person.
I'm not either, but the carts are nice.
I'm good.
Dude,
My brain is bad as it is. Add that, and I'm like,
the other day,
Just
last
don't
night, I
do
had
nothing.
some gummy bears, if you will. I accidentally took
Way more than you should
a
have.
bit more than I should have, and then I also puffed a little bit.
You're
So
an idiot.
I was sitting on the couch just kind of doing this, like. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. I ate so much last night.
See,
Not even funny.
my stupid ass would be like, I'm going to bed. Like, I get the spins, I don't feel good. I'm like, I'm just gonna sleep this fucking thing off. And then I'm out for like 12 hours.
I'm just saying, like, you have insomnia.
I know.
Use it to the best of your ability.
I've actually been sleeping pretty decent lately, but I've been working myself hard.
Yeah, you have.
So, I mean, the last few nights I've gone to bed, they've 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then my alarm is off at 6.
Blech.
But, I mean, lately though, it's been decent.
That's good.
You know, I can't complain. I just have to work myself to the bone.
Oh, they see me. I go to bed like 10 o'clock at night most of the time. Sometimes it's a little later than that. I go to bed, and then I wake up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock to get the children off to school. Nowadays, I'm not going to have to do that, so that'll be nice. But then I wake up, I go to my other job, and that's literally just to drive somebody to their workplace. Then I come back home, I'm like, man, I'm ready for a nap. And I take a nap, and then I wake up, and I'm really ready for an afternoon nap.
Jesus.
I sleep an awful lot.
You can't be doing that now with school and everything.
No, girl. I know. I was sitting there today kind of just going,
You're gonna have to buy stock in, like, energy drinks.
oh, dude, I miss Monster so much. So much. Like, that little sip I just had makes me itch to have some more. I'm like,
Shouldn't have done it.
I know.
I found this new, it's not new, but it's new to me. Alcoholic drink, carbless. Good. So good. So fucking
Is that
good.
the one that you told me you were gonna save me one?
Yeah, and then I drank it.
Fucker.
They were good.
Thanks for that.
Well, I mean, you need to hurry up because they're gonna go quick at my house.
Mm-hmm.
So quick. Bug, you gonna take a shower? Huh?
Hold on.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, other than that, just kind of doing life.
Living life.
life.
Raw dogging it.
Fucking us, so.
Why not?
Who? Oh, the MA who checked me in for my appointment with Dr. Morrow. She was like, I see that you were on fluoxetine. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like how it made me feel. And she's like, then I seen you were on sertraline. She's like, you still on it? I'm like, no, I'm like, I just feel like I need to raw dog life for a while. And she looked at me, she's like, well, I was on fluoxetine and then I started sertraline. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And like, we spent the majority of what should have been like her checking my blood pressure and my weight and all of that, talking about her medical issues. And then she left, and then a different MA came in with the provider because he's a male and we needed a female in there as well. So a different MA came in, and then she like, okay, well, you can go, blah blah blah. Well, the first MA, Gina, followed, like, she found me as I was leaving, and she's like, if you ever need anything, she was such a sweetheart, but she was like, would it be okay if I messaged you? I'm like, I work for the clinic. Just Skype me, honey, if you have any questions. Like, I got you. She's like, that's so nice. She's got to be in her 40s.
Nice.
But she was just a sweetheart. She was like, this is new to me. Like, this anxiety. I've never had it before. I'm like, girl, trust me. I get it.
I feel
I
it.
get it. You know, but you've got to find your person. Like, my sister helps talk me off that ledge. Like, when I get
To the
into
ledge.
it. My best friend helps me. My kids, unfortunately, see me get there, but they also see me work myself down. They help bring me down. You know, it's healthy coping skills, you know. You just cracked my thumb.
I broke it.
But yeah, she was like, well, I appreciate you. I'm like, I'm glad we spent 20 minutes of my appointment talking about your medical.
Oh my gosh. And then, so Lizzie was supposed to have her behavioral health thing
Oh,
yesterday. Telehealth.
that's rescheduled now to Monday, right?
Yeah, I was so annoyed
So
with
what
it.
happened?
So,
The provider not in or what?
no, the provider was in. She actually called me at like 9:05 or 9:10. The appointment was supposed to be at 8:30. And she called me, but it didn't ring. It just went straight to voicemail, which pissed me off. And she's like, hey, I thought we had an appointment. Let
Yeah,
me
like
know."
40 fucking minutes ago.
She's like, let me know what's going on. Call this number. So I called that number. I was on hold for fucking 20 minutes.
No,
And
that's the
I was
point.
like, hey, I was supposed to have this appointment for my daughter. This is her name and date of birth and all that jazz. And they're like, okay, let's verify the information to make sure that it's all in there. They had an extra G in my email.
Why?
No, G.
I know, but why? Shut up. But why?
I fuck if I know. I was like, yep, so that's the problem. She's like, okay, well, she doesn't have any more availability today. I'm like, great. So Monday it is. Like, I'm not getting charged for this one today, am I? She's like, oh, no.
Shuns. I mean, plus the provider called 40 minutes after your scheduled appointment time.
Right.
How do you get that far behind in the beginning of the goddamn day?
I know.
That just makes no sense to me.
So I was a little annoyed with that, but whatever. And then Michael, of course, asked me at like 9:45. He's like, weren't we supposed to have that thing today for Lizzie? I was like, yeah. Technical malfunctions, I guess. Like, it's Monday
Go get
now.
dressed.
He's like, okay.
Oh, you're gonna take a shower now? I asked you.
No,
you
I do not want to take some.
You're gonna take a shower tonight.
I know.
I
You
know.
can't be going to bed with all those chemicals on you.
No, honestly, I shower now.
Good joke.
Yeah. Well, have you met my daughter?
She does as she pleases.
I mean, as long as she takes a shower, I'm not gonna fight her.
That's valid.
You pick and choose your battles.
True that. But I suppose that's really all we got for you guys today.
Maybe next week we'll be a little more prepared. Maybe not.
We'll just raw dog it as usual. Stay unhinged.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Oh my god, stop. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.